Hello everyone, it's Nick here. We're on the Atari 2600. I'm looking at a game called Pac Kong. Yeah, sounds a bit like a cut and shut between two games. Published by Funvision in 1983 and in some quarters by Hotshot or Goliath, I think. It's a platformer and yes, the character you're controlling looks very much like Mario or Jumpman from Donkey Kong, which incidentally was released by CBS Electronics on the Atari 2600 in 1982. This was a year later, so it sounds like the writers are trying to muddy the waters, Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. But anyway, let's see how it plays. You haven't got a hammer you can pick up on this. You can jump. We don't want to fall down the gaps. We want to avoid bumping into those octopus things coming down, which hopefully you can see because they're a bit flickery, and various poison clouds. Yes, the idea is to get to the top and reach any of those yellow pyramids either side without bashing into anything else. Let's see how fair the gameplay is. Looks a little bit random, but I'm doing okay. I'm near the top. I think it's just two stages which repeat over and over, which like Donkey Kong was on the system. If you had this back in the day, let me know. Whoops. It's not expert gameplay, it's dodgy gameplay nincompoop chat. See how we've got on your first or second go. On my first go, I almost got up the top. You die from falling down the gaps, being hit by a octopus or poison cloud, or falling off the edge of the screen. Right, okay, so don't look out for the mallet that Mario could pick up in Donkey Kong, because it's not there. There's no barrels, there's no big gorilla up the top there, or ape. It's just you trying to get round crabs and stuff. If you are trying to get round crabs and stuff, let me know. Is I'm going to do it? No. I'm getting mightily close here. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Big thank you to those people that have done. If you're a crazy nincompoop who's stressed to Betsy, then follow this channel, because there's lots of nonsense here and you can't get a bigger departure from reality than this thing. It's not walkthroughs, no one knows quite what's going on, even me. So nostalgia, taking you back to a different time. He's done it. I think there's a time ticking down in the middle, isn't there? It's gradually going to get less and less as we cycle round. I think 99 seconds left, stage 2. But it's the same thing again. We're not going up a building, no. But funny enough, so they tried to cash in on Pac-Man, which is not like Pac-Man at all, but they used Pac in the name. Donkey Kong, they used that. Now, funnily enough as well, if they weren't trying to cash in those two huge franchises, on the cover box is a picture of the Transformers, or something very close to it. So what was popular in the 80s? Transformers, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. Let's release this, said Funvision or Hotshot or Goliath. Let's go Pac Kong. How can you get away with this sort of thing? I do not know. But anyway, what we have here is a fairly solid game. It looks like the stuff coming at you is pretty random, so you're just lucky if it goes in the right direction. I can't see any obvious patterns here. My main concern is, because of the flickering of this thing, that it's not going to come out on the video. But rest assured, this man's being chased by poison clouds and octopi. And every time I've fallen down, I either haven't made the jump of the gap or I've been hit by one of these weird things. Hooray! You might have had this. This might be the first time you've ever seen it. It might be the first time you've ever seen it. Boof! And I've fallen to the ground. Now, I prefer Donkey Kong, but I don't prefer Pac-Man, because that was a terrible conversion in my opinion. It has to be in my opinion. Mus Pac-Man was better, and so was Junior Donkey Kong. Now, if you want to see, or no, not Junior Donkey Kong, Pac-Man Junior, that's it. Now, if you want to see other Atari 2600 games, everyone knows how to get there. But in case you don't, there's a link to that in the description below, or click on my username. It takes you to the channel page. You see lots of sorts there. Click on the playlist tab and see everything we've ever covered ever in lovely little playlist categories. I do like the colour of this stage, nice little purple. That's my favourite colour, lilac and purple. Some gorgeous colours used here. And Jumpman, if it is Jumpman, it's someone else, it's very, very similar, or close relative, is in pink. If you're currently in pink, going up ladders to ascend a building, avoiding poison clouds and octopus for some reason, or floating in the air and not swimming, then comment in the comment section below. Do, he's dead in the head. So 2 stages going round and round and round. I think it's getting progressively difficult each time, I think. Yes, anyway, I think that's a big crab in the middle. If you've got a big crab in your middle, then comment in the comment section below. It's crabtastic, man. My favourite crab is Mr. Crab from SpongeBob SquarePants. They run a bit sideways, crabs. Don't know why. So it would have kept me occupied as a kid. I would have come back to this every now and again. It would have been totally lost on me that I was trying to cash in on Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. It just would have been a nice deviation. And if it had been cheaper than Donkey Kong, I don't know if it was, then maybe I would have done this instead. Oh, look at that. Cool, dear. what a world we live in of brown octopuses are floating through the air. Now this is being played on the well, UK thing, so PAL. If you played it in America, those octopuses might be red, I'm not sure. Red often translates as brown when it comes over to Europe and the UK. Why? Don't know. Right, stage 2, Farmer McGrew. Okay. Well, it looks like we're going up some metalwork here, so this is a bit of a copy from the building idea from Donkey Kong, but we're not going up a building. There's no real set storyline here that I can make head nor tail of. Who is Kong? He's not here. Apparently the character you're controlling might be called Kong. Seems a bit of a leap, doesn't it, really? Right. Boo boo doo boo boo dooby 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 doo dooby doo doo dooby dooby doo doo doo. This tune makes us go gradually insane. Dooby doo boo booby dooby doo doo doo. Yes, I mean, I can't argue with the tune. There's a lot of games that had this. They had limited memory they could store tunes on, so you weren't going to have a rock CD quality super number. Get me talking about CDs. Download quality, cassette quality, tape cassette. Oh man, Caravan. We aim the reviews to be about 10 minutes long, just so we get a bit of an idea, but you can't argue. This is from a more fun era of gaming, a more innocent era of gaming, where, you know, you can just sit down, not get heavily involved, saving it or getting your head bopped from someone halfway across the world. It's just you in a room, possibly with a friend, just having out and out fun before the ice cream van come round and you run out to get an ice cream or shout at your mum to get you a Zoom ice lolly or something like that. It's heady days. There. We got more fresh air back then, I think. There was no internet to advance you. It's Pac Kong. If you're watching this, age below the age of 25, you might think, what the hell's going on here? I'm glad I wasn't alive in this era. Well, you know, nostalgia is different for different people. And if you're old like me, then, well, you know, I'm not 100. I'm only barely halfway there. But if you're old like me, nostalgia has different things there. There's a tendency to say in the good old days, or music when you was young was great, and when you was older was terrible. It's just that you had more of a relevance to music then. In the UK, there was a show called Top of the Pops, which had the top 40 songs each week on there, and in performances there, and that was my only connection with popular music. As soon as that went off, I don't know what's number one. What's number one now? I couldn't tell you. There, I'm completely out of it. I don't know what the Thompson Twins are doing, or the Pet Shop Boys, or the Human League. I'm sure they're still going, and Adamant and Culture Club, there, and Duran Duran. Her name is Rio and she dances on the sand, or something or other. I don't suppose it's changed a great deal since Top of the Pops went off. Bros, of course, they didn't owe anyone anything. Yes. If you are watching Bros and suddenly you fall into bad times, now you owe people lots of stuff and you're no longer famous, then comment in the comment section below. Keep going, Nick. So, you know, as an adult, it's got limited appeal. It's just two stages that go on and on. It might annoy you that the enemies coming down at random, and sometimes it seems quite impossible to avoid them, and other times you just get a clean run, but it might be that I'm just not getting basics of it. I'd like to have some sort of power up where you can shoot at least for about twice there before it all goes wrong. That would be nice. But it's just you manoeuvring. You can't club anything. It's like Donkey Kong Light, a light version, but, you know, I can't argue. The two levels, although it's the same sort of idea, do look graphically different from each other, so it does feel like you're getting somewhere. The Donkey Kong, the arcade, had 4 stages. The Atari conversion only had 2. This has only got 2, so I imagine that must be, you know, a limitation of the system. It couldn't do a large amount. Other games to look out for a 2049er. That might be worth it there if you have a look at that. But anyway, I think Manic 2049, I think it's called. Boo-ba-doo, booba-dibba-dabba-dib-dabba. I don't know what this tune is. It sounds vaguely familiar as a tune. You might know what it is. It's basically some sort of American tune, isn't it? It's not like Yankee Doodle, but it's something there. Some bright spark will write down the name of the tune or what it's trying to implement. Do-do-do-do-do. Right, oh God. He's in a pink baby suit, this person. Maybe he's escaped from that Mad Nurse game on the Spectrum and Commodore 64. Right. Poison Cloud Octopuses. That's what they went for here. They could have chosen anything. We don't want barrels. That'd be too much copying Donkey Kong. We want Poison Clouds and there. I do like the flashing graphic as it drops down the screen, that's nice. So overall, although it's a rip-off of a few things in terms of names, they didn't need to do that. Although it's ripped on Pac-Man, Donkey Kong and Transformers on the cover box, in its own right, it's a survivable game and it offers some entertainment there, and it wouldn't look out of place in any Atari 2600 catalogue, but you can't ignore what it's trying to copy. But it's done it well, I think. These are a bit of extra, but it's acceptable. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Pac Kong on the Atari 2600, published by Funvision 1983, or in some places Hot Shot Goliath. There, so if you've got any comments about this game, similar games, anything Atari 2600, then slap that in the comment section below. I love reading your comments. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
Boo boo doo boo boo dooby 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 doo dooby doo doo dooby dooby doo doo doo. This tune makes us go gradually insane. Dooby doo boo booby dooby doo doo doo.